Welcome back once again to the Bulawayo Province Media Information and Publicity podcast during the 21st National People's Conference. I am honored today to have with me this afternoon Politburo Member and Secretary for Media Information and Publicity, former Ambassador His Excellency Mutsvangwa. Good afternoon, sir.
Good afternoon, Bulawayo. Thank you so much.
How has the conference been for you so far?
Well, we are very happy. First of all, we want to thank Bulawayo. You are the second largest city of Zimbabwe, the seat of kings and queens, and you lived up to the billing. You gave us a first class conference where 4,000 delegates of the party, the ruling party of Zimbabwe, ZANU-PF, the party of the permanent revolution, they converged on the hospitality of Bulawayo, and they really suffered it they've been suffering for the last 2 days, and it will be culminating into a gala, a celebration of the wonderful political work which they've been engaging in as they reviewed what their party has been doing in the last year in terms of economic performance across all the socio-economic sectors. They were here to see where we've done well, where we've not met expectations, and what could be done to make sure that our score sheet keeps on improving. So this was basically what was the agenda, to see how ZANU-PF can continue on the path of delivering prosperity to the people of Zimbabwe. And there was a perfect setting in Bulawayo for this debate, this cut and thrust of this debate of the 4,000 membership of the party of ZANU-PF, the one which is got the mission entrusted to it by posterity, by the past, to make sure that Zimbabwe reaches back to its glory, but more than that, it becomes a shining star of Africa.
That's very good. Well said, Comrade Mutsvangwa. You touched on Bulawayo. Let us maybe go deeper. Here in Bulawayo, we were traditionally an industrialized town.
Yes.
We even touched on it during the conference when we were speaking of resolutions. We touched on the importance of devolution in earnest. We were a revolutionary industrial town by nature.
Yes.
And we are seeing great leaps and bounds occurring, which may take Bulawayo back to its status as an industrial capital of Zimbabwe. Maybe you can speak on this as someone who's quite knowledgeable on the developments of some of these.
Yeah, we need a little bit of historical perspective. Bulawayo is the headquarters of the National Railways of Zimbabwe. It used to have some of the biggest factories, even manufacturing locomotives or repairing locomotives and manufacturing wagons. Bulawayo served as a regional headquarters of the National Railways of Zimbabwe, which also goes all the way to Congo and goes all the way to South Africa. So this was the regional headquarters. And one of the main advantages of Bulawayo then was the steel plant at Zisco. There's a little bit of history also with Zisco. When the Western countries you saw that Rhodesia was going to defy African majority rule drive against African nationalism, they gave it Risco. And Kwekwe became a steel producing town. And it was that steel from Kwekwe which came into the foundries in Bulawayo. So you would come to Bulawayo and you would hear clanking noises in your ears. In the huge sheds, these factories where foundries were making all sorts of heavy metal gear for the railways, but also for the construction industry. Then, after independence, they prepared the country for sanctions by making sure that Zisco closes. So when we lost Zisco, the lifeblood of Bulawayo as an industrial town went with it. So it became a ghost town, and a lot of the equipment for making railway sleepers, railway wagons, rolling stock, a lot of it was gutted and sent to, some of it was exported to South Africa. And thousands of people in Bulawayo suddenly found with no means of living. Now what has happened is that in the last 12 years, our president, E.D. Mnangagwa, has tenaciously courted one of the largest private steel companies in the world, a Fortune 500 company, number 259. It means that out of the top 500 companies in the whole world, this company is number 259. So that's no joke. So the president, and it is technology in steel is the best. And we do have the resource in steel for making steel. We have Hwange with the best coal in Africa and the coking coal. You can see the trucks which are coming out of Hwange, they are destroying the road. But we need to get all those trucks off the road back to the railway line. That means work is cut out of Bulawayo to repair the railway line between, and now that company has now started producing steel. It's called Tsingshan. The local name subsidiary is Dinson Disco Steel. So they've now, for the past 4 months, they've been producing steel. Started with pig iron. Now they are doing billets. Huge trucks, 30-ton trucks are taking billets of steel to Zambia from Manize. So it's only a matter of time before we start filling up with the latest steel fabrication equipment, including foundries. They will find their way back to Bulawayo. And the vitality of the city will come back because the raw material upon which Bulawayo is driven historically has been restored, which is raw steel from Manize. Wow. So the prospects of this town are very, very, very bright because we will become the largest steel center for Africa, I think, because the quality of steel which we are producing in Manize is second to none. And the price at which we are producing is 20 to 30% cheaper than the competition because all the elements which make steel are not far from Manize. Yeah, right. The mine is 7 kilometers away. The coking coal is at Hwange. It's 400 kilometers if there was a straight road. But you can pass through with the existing road. But very soon we have the railway line. You may have driven to Harare recently. You see the pylon from Sherwood. That is the new pylon which carries electricity to Manize. It was built at Manize. Wow. So it means that we can even look at the prospect of supplying pylons to the whole of Africa. That pylon was built at Manize. Even the structure itself at Manize was built at Manize. Before they were importing steel to do it. Now they are producing the steel to do it. So the prospects are very amazing things. And Bulawayo is poised to become the major steel center of Africa. Watch it. And these are the things which we were talking about in our meeting, hailing our president for this foresight about business, global business, where he is getting the best possible businessmen on the global market. He's not compromising on quality and quantity. He is going the full hog. And this is good for the country. We will be making world-class goods made in Zimbabwe for the global market. And Bulawayo, you will be going to cities all over Africa and seeing products made in Bulawayo. Won't you feel good about that? This is where we are going.
This is exactly what our visionary leader, Comrade Mnangagwa, means when he's saying leaving no place and no person behind. We're seeing the possible revitalization of Bulawayo, which has been a long time coming as the industrial hub of Zimbabwe.
And Africa now.
In Africa now.
It's going to be Africa now.
Africa now.
Yes.
And
perhaps the world too. Why not?
Why not?
Yeah.
No, this is maybe dovetails perfectly into what I wanted to maybe speak about next. If he has managed, our exemplary leader, to be so visionary in his thinking for us as a nation, what would you think this would translate to, considering he has just been appointed the SADC chairman? What can we expect to also see in the region as the benefits of the appointment of His Excellency?
Well, look, first we are very happy that we have been, there were attempts to try to divert the chairmanship of SADC away from Zimbabwe. SADC is born of the frontline states. It's born of the National Liberation Movement. But somehow the Western countries, they've got this syndrome from the Berlin Conference in 1884. They think they own Africa. So in the event, SADC defied them and our president was made chairman. Now he's in a vantage position now to carry the mantle of industrialization to another level. The heads of states who came to see what Harare has done, they were gawking. They couldn't believe it. Even President Cyril Ramaphosa from South Africa when he was being shown what Harare has become and what the new airport. But also he was seeing the videos of what